What do you get when one of gospel music's funniest personalities cracks a playful joke about his wife, only for her to shut it all down with vocals so stunning they leave the entire audience speechless? That's exactly the scene that unfolded. When David Mann teased Tamela Mann's outfit, specifically her pants, during a live show, but instead of the joke stealing the spotlight, it was Tamela's powerhouse vocals that instantly took command of the moment. Believe me, you won't believe how this playful exchange quickly transformed into one of the most unforgettable performances of their career, one that fans still can't stop buzzing about in the world of gospel entertainment. Few couples know how to win over audiences the way David and Tamela Mann do. Known not only for their unmatched talent, but also for their natural chemistry. The two have perfected the craft of blending faith, music, comedy, and family into something truly memorable. And recently, one viral moment reminded everyone why. They continue to be one of gospel's most beloved power couples. During a performance, David, always ready with his quick wit and lighthearted humor, couldn't help but make a playful remark about Tamela's pants. The crowd burst into laughter. But what came next completely flipped the script. Rather than letting the joke take over, Tamela stepped front and center, delivering vocals so moving, so electrifying, that the laugh became nothing more than a hive set up to an unforgettable moment. In this video, we're going to dive into that viral exchange in full, breaking down David's sharp humor, Tamela's soul-stirring voice that had the entire crowd on their feet, and the deeper story behind why their partnership works so perfectly. We'll explore how they've managed to balance comedy and music for decades, and why fans believe this latest clip perfectly captures who they are as a couple. And trust me, this isn't just about one quick joke or one flawless vocal run. By the end of this breakdown, you'll see exactly how David and Tamela Mann continue setting the bar for entertainers who inspire, uplift, and keep audiences laughing and praising all at once. To really understand why fans haven't stopped talking about this moment, you first have to know the duo themselves, David and Tamela Mann. Their journey isn't simply about music or comedy. It's about two people who built their careers side by side, keeping faith and family at the core of everything. Let's begin with David Mann. Most recognize him as the hilarious Mr. Brown from Tyler Perry's plays, films, and sitcoms. His over-the-top character with mismatched outfits and a heart full of love became a cultural staple. Yet beyond the humor, David in real life reflects something deeper: a man who uses comedy to connect, heal, and spread joy. Laughter has always been his gift, and it's one of the biggest reasons fans adore him both on stage and off. Now, shifting to Tamela Mann, her voice is nothing short of iconic. From her early days singing with Kirk Franklin and the Family, to her solo career producing timeless gospel anthems like Take Me to the King, Tamela's music has reached millions. She doesn't just sing, she ministers. Her vocals are filled with power, emotion, and faith that resonates far beyond the church walls. Together, David and Tamela have rightfully earned the title many fans give them, the first couple of gospel entertainment. Married for over 30 years, raising children, and keeping their bond strong in an industry that often tears relationships apart, they've proven their love is built to last. What makes them stand out isn't just their individual talents, but how perfectly they complement one another. David brings the laughter and lightheartedness, while Tamela brings the depth and soul. That balance is exactly what keeps audiences locked in. This is why the viral clip of David teasing Tamela about her pants wasn't just some random funny moment. It perfectly reflected who they truly are. A couple unafraid to joke with one another, yet always allowing their unique gifts to shine through. Fans didn't just laugh. They were reminded of the natural chemistry and authenticity that has kept the Manns at the very top of gospel entertainment for years. And here's what makes it even more compelling. While so many celebrity couples struggle to share the spotlight, David and Tamela have completely mastered the art of shining together. One moment, David has the entire audience doubled over with laughter. The very next, Tamela's vocals bring the crowd to tears. It's that constant back and forth humor and heart, comedy, and worship that makes them unforgettable. But here's where it gets even more interesting. This wasn't just another funny stage exchange for fans to enjoy. It symbolized something much greater. It was proof that Tamela's gift will always command the room. No matter what's happening around her, David might crack a joke, but Tamela's voice is the kind of power that instantly silences a crowd. And that's exactly what happened when this performance played out. Now, let's get to the heart of the moment, the clip that had social media buzzing, fans laughing, and gospel lovers everywhere applauding Tamela Mann once again. It all happened during one of their recent live shows. The atmosphere was electric. The audience was already hyped, and you could feel that familiar spark of chemistry between David and Tamela. As always, David slid seamlessly into his role as the comedic heartbeat of the performance. He has this natural ability to engage a crowd in a way that makes you feel more like you're hanging out in his living room than sitting in a packed concert hall, and this is when David locked onto Tamela's outfit for the evening. She had stepped out in a stunning pair of pants that instantly caught everyone's eye. Now, anyone who knows the Manns knows this, David never lets anything slip by without turning it into a joke, and true to his style. He pointed at Tamela's pants and made a playful remark that had the entire room erupting with laughter. It wasn't harsh, it wasn't mean, it was pure David Mann, lighthearted, affectionate, and sharp with his timing in a way that only he can pull off. He teased her about those pants the way only a husband could get away with. The audience howled with laughter. Cameras were flashing, phones came out immediately, and you could tell this was going to become one of those iconic Mann moments. But then came the twist no one saw coming. Instead of letting David close out with a laugh, Tamela walked straight up to the mic. And the instant she began to sing, the entire atmosphere shifted. Her voice poured through the room with that unmatched gospel power she's famous for. Every note carried strength, emotion, and undeniable anointing. It was as though she declared without saying a word, "You can laugh at my pants, but just wait until you hear my gift." The audience instantly went from laughing uncontrollably to leaping to their feet, cheering and applauding her performance. People weren't just entertained, they were deeply moved. Social media clips captured fans commenting things like, "David had the jokes, but Tamela stole the show. Her vocals are always the real star, pants or no pants. This is exactly why they make the perfect team. He's the one who makes us laugh, and she's the one who moves us to tears." The beauty of this entire moment is how it so perfectly reflected their dynamic. David brought the comedy, Tamela brought the soul, and together they created a viral performance that reminded everyone why they remain one of gospel entertainment's most cherished couples. And let's be real, that's precisely why fans never get tired of the Manns. It wasn't only about the joke, it was about how Tamela's voice soared right above it. Almost like a divine reminder that her gift can't be overshadowed by anything, not even her husband's humor. But here's the twist. The viral buzz wasn't just about the performance itself. It was about what the moment symbolized in today's culture. Fans online began debating, saying things like, was David being a little too playful? Or was this simply a glimpse of how real marriages thrive through laughter and support? Others pointed out how rare it is to see a couple in the public eye for decades, still delivering joy and authenticity to their audiences. So while the moment itself was hilarious and moving, the conversation it sparked may have been even bigger, which brings us to the next chapter: how the internet took this small onstage exchange and turned it into one of the most talked about gospel viral clips of the year. The moment David poked fun at Tamela's pants and she silenced the crowd with her powerhouse vocals didn't just stop when the concert lights faded. If anything, you could say it truly started the instant audience members pulled out their phones, clipped the exchange, and rushed to upload it across Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, and YouTube. Within just hours, the internet was buzzing with laughter, admiration, and countless debates. What looked like a lighthearted back and forth between husband and wife quickly blew up into a viral moment that dominated gospel and entertainment feeds everywhere. 1. TikTok reactions on TikTok. Short clips of the performance racked up hundreds of thousands of views almost instantly. Fans began making reaction videos lip-syncing to David's jokes before dramatically pretending to faint when Tamela hit her notes. Some even turned it into a trend, captioning their videos with phrases like, "When your husband plays, but God gave you that voice." Jokes aside, Tamela Mann was the moment. Several influencers across gospel and R&B circles reposted the clip, adding their own takes. One TikTok user summed it up perfectly. "This right here is why the Manns are legends. They stay real, they stay funny, but above all, they stay anointed." 2. Twitter X discussions. Meanwhile, on X, formerly Twitter, hashtags like #TAMELAMan and #DavidMann started trending within gospel and entertainment circles. Users posted things like, "David had me rolling about the pants, but Tamela reminded us why she's a living legend." Black love, black joy, and black excellence wrapped in one moment. Couples like the Manns, many pointed out, are living proof that you can flourish in both marriage and ministry. Even popular meme pages got involved, posting side-by-side screenshots of David pointing at Tamela's pants next to her belting a high note, with captions like, "When you clown me, but God says I'm still chosen." 3. Instagram love on Instagram, gospel artists, church accounts, and even secular entertainers reposted the clip. Fans repeatedly tagged gospel greats like Kirk Franklin and Yolanda Adams, asking for their reactions. Comments flooded in. "Tamela could sing the phone book and it would still move me." Another wrote, "This is relationship goals. Humor plus ministry plus love, I want what they have. Joy, laughter, and God at the center." Several fan accounts even pieced together montages of David and Tamela's funniest and most heartfelt stage moments over the years, with this iconic pants moment saved for the grand finale. 3. Building their own brand, but here's the key, David and Tamela didn't stop at being background players in someone else's vision. They went further and built their own. Through the Mann's TV show, their live tours, and a series of music projects, they created a brand rooted in faith, family, and fun. Tamela's solo music career skyrocketed with the release of her albums. Songs like "Take Me to the King," written by Kirk Franklin, became an anthem in churches all over the world. That single alone reached millions of listeners, breaking beyond gospel circles into mainstream recognition. It topped gospel charts and earned her major honors, including the Stellar and Dove Awards. Meanwhile, David leaned deeper into comedy, acting, and even music of his own. Together, they toured the nation, offering audiences a one-of-a-kind mix of worship, laughter, and marriage lessons, something uniquely theirs. 4. Why the pants? Joke hits deeper now. With all that in mind, let's go back to the viral pants moment. At first glance, it looks like nothing more than David being David, a comedian teasing his wife's wardrobe choice. But when Tamela silenced the room with her vocals, it became something greater. The crowd wasn't just laughing anymore. They were witnessing decades of artistry, resilience, and balance unfold on stage. Think about it. How many couples in entertainment have managed to hold their marriage together through fame, financial challenges, and the relentless pressure of Hollywood? Very few, but the Manns have lasted more than 35 years in marriage. That's why moments like this carry so much weight. It's not just a punchline. It's a reminder that behind the music and the comedy lies a partnership that has endured. Tamela's choice to answer the joke with her voice, her gift instead of snapping back, symbolized the very foundation of their relationship. When obstacles or distractions come, she leans on what God has given her. And David, in turn, makes space for her to shine, all while staying true to his own calling as a comedian. 5. Their impact on gospel culture. What makes David and Tamela unique is that they've achieved something rare. They've made gospel accessible to mainstream audiences without ever compromising their faith. Through Tyler Perry Productions, comedy tours, and music, they've carried gospel into spaces that might otherwise never have embraced it. Tamela's songs have reached those battling depression, grief, and hopelessness, reminding them of God's presence in their lives. At the same time, David's comedy has given people a chance to breathe, laugh, and heal, proving that joy is also ministry. Together, they've redefined what it means to be a gospel couple in the spotlight. They aren't just entertainers, they're cultural leaders, living evidence that love, faith, and consistency can withstand the tests of time. 6. Why fans connected so strongly. When people watched that pants moment online, they weren't only seeing a joke and a vocal run, they were seeing legacy. They were witnessing the results of years of love, labor, and endurance. They were seeing a couple who has weathered storms yet came out stronger, still laughing, still worshiping, still inspiring. This is why social media couldn't let the moment go. Because it wasn't simply about fashion or even about vocals. It was about what those two things represented, that even in humor, God can still be glorified. That even in playful moments, excellence can shine through.